evening, friends. Today's our topic for the lecturate is Indo-Taiwan relations. So it can be witnessed that in recent year, the relationship between both the countries have improved a lot and are getting stronger. Talking about the history, so the effort of making the improvement in the relationship of both the countries had it started in 1990s only, when in 1992 Taiwan established their license office in Mumbai, which was called as Taiwan External Trade Development Council or TATRA. And later on in 1995, India established their representative office in Taiwan, which was called as Taipei India Taipei Association or ITA. And no sooner, Taiwan established their office in New Delhi, which was called as Taipei Economic and Cultural Center. And later on, TECC's office was later opened in Kolkata, Chennai, and Mumbai also. Talking about the visits, so many of the high officials have visited both the nations, like in 2010, our former president APJ Abdul Kalam has visited Taiwan, and in the same year the education minister of Taiwan had visited India. In 2011, the deputy chief of the defense staff of Taiwan had visited India. So these visits show that from that time only the bonding had became stronger and stronger. Also, a milestone was set up when the India-Taiwan Parliamentary Friendship Forum was established in 2016. So it was said between the two nations that the economic development would be done in future. Talking about few of the challenges, so firstly the free trade agreements between the two nations is major challenges, and if established very soon, then definitely the trade between the two nations would become smoother. Secondly is the improper taxation system in India, because of which the Taiwan had went to the World Trade Organization and requested to set the settlement panel, as they had imposed on India that India was not using the proper duties over various mobile phones and other electronic devices which were imported from Taiwan. So because of these challenges, it can be said that there are somewhat hindrances between the relationship of two nations. So the solution is that firstly the fast track talks should be done between both the nations so that the free trade agreements can be established as soon as possible for the betterment of the import and export. And secondly, by having the transparent legal system and a better taxation system, the organizations like Taiwan won't reach to the World Trade Organizations imposing on India that duties are not proper. So at last I would like to conclude this topic by saying that as both the nations have somewhat the similar potential of growth, so definitely by having the better import export policies and by having more people to people interaction, by having more cultural and economic events, definitely the relationship would become more and more stronger in future. Thank you.
Good afternoon, one and all present here. The topic for today's lecturate is Indo-Taiwan relationship. The pandemic of COVID-19 gave an opportunity for both the countries to have a proper trade relationship with one another, as Taiwan decided to choose some other destinations out of China and to choose some destinations in other parts of the Asia. So India decided to take advantage of that by attracting Taiwanese companies to set up their infrastructure to shift their supply chains in India. In this regard, India also decided to give a relaxation in the various clearances as well as to give relaxation in the red tapeism as well. Because we all know that to set up a business, especially for a foreign company in India, they will require a number of clearances and there is involvement of red tapeism as well. In addition to that, we all know that Taiwan is the leading producer of the semiconductors in the world, and not only India but also the Chinese as well as the US military dependent on the semiconductors. US use their semiconductors in their military as well as air assets. So that's why US is also supporting Taiwan at the various fronts. So what India can do in this regard is that, as Taiwan wants to set up their infrastructure and manufacturing units in various parts, so India is attracting them so that there will be a proper share of technology as well. And also we know that China is trying to nudge the UNSC to discuss the Kashmir issue. But in this regard, India decided to institutionalize by setting up relations with the Taiwan, and made it clear that if China will try to break the One India policy, then India will also not follow the One China policy. But at the present moment, we also know that if we will stop the import from China, so it will be a disaster for India, because at the present moment, if we will stop all kind of these items coming from China, so we will not able to sustain in a proper manner. So we have to find an alternative, and Taiwan is one of the alternative where it can serve us in a proper manner. And in addition to that, the first and foremost thing that India have to do is to set up a bilateral engagement and diplomatic relations with Taiwan, because India also made it very clear that if China will enhance its engagement in the domestic issues and various other issues of India, then India will also not hesitate to send its military as well as naval vessels in the South China Sea in order to maintain the freedom of navigation principle. So at last, I would like to conclude this topic by saying that India has to maintain a proper diplomatic relations with the Taiwan, and that is the need of the hour, because that is the basic thing from which we can bolster a relationship with the Taiwan. Thank you.